As FBI reignites Hillary investigation, James Woods pours on gasoline with 4 brutal words by Robert Rich, Cops and Criminal Politics, for MadWorldNews.com. Americans are on the edge of their seats since news broke of the FBI reigniting the investigation into Hillary Clinton's illegal handling of classified documents. However, famed actor and beloved political pundit James Woods just made it so much worse for the twice failed presidential candidate, and it took him just 4 brutal words to pour gasoline on what is soon to be a spectacular bonfire. Bonfire, actually. Anyone who thinks that Hillary doesn't deserve to be behind bars is simply blinded by bias. When you look at everyone else who has done less than she has and see that their lives have been ruined, it's easy to understand why people wonder how Hillary isn't behind bars and why she wasn't held to the same standard as everyone else. After all, national security is very important, and when someone compromises the safety of this nation, there needs to be a consequence. When the guilty person has been in politics long enough to more than know better, holding some of the highest positions our country has, but chooses convenience over mandated procedure, well, a simple slap on the wrist just isn't enough. Of course, it's clear that a large portion of this country knows this, as evidenced by the chant, "Lock her up," which was heard all throughout the 2016 presidential campaign, with Americans wanting Hillary Clinton held accountable, but having to watch her walk free instead. The desire is still frustratingly lingering to this day, since it has yet to be satisfied. Too bad for Hillary. That really might not last much longer, as reports indicate that the FBI has once again reignited the investigation into her illegal misconduct. In short, the lies being told by her and her top aide, Uma Abedin, just aren't adding up. A truth the American people could see a long time ago. Along with that, the FBI is also looking into the Clinton Foundation to determine whether Hillary used it for illegal misdeeds. That's what she did. The officials, who spoke only on condition of anonymity, said the probe is examining whether the Clintons promised or performed any policy favors in return for largesse to their charitable efforts, or whether donors made commitments or of donations in hopes of securing government outcomes, the Hill reports. And we know that she was involved in pay-to-play with her charitable foundation. I mean, really? We're still looking into this, but let's move along. Despite the fact that the government is notoriously slow when it comes to these things, they've finally gotten around to complying with the will of the people, and things are only going to get worse for Hillary, as James Wood just proved why, according to BizBack Review. Beloved by conservatives, Woods has risen in popularity on social media merely by speaking the truth, and what he did most recently was no different. Adding gasoline to Hillary's dumpster fire, he dropped 4 brutal words that have likely sent a chill down the woman's spine. Oh, here's his tweet, James Woods. He's waited until now to fulfill that simple promise, casually uttered during the debates. You'd be in jail, hashtag Clinton Foundation. Oh my. As seen in the recent tweet, James Woods merely reminded Americans that President Donald Trump once told Hillary Clinton to her face that if he was president, you'd be in jail. In its entirety, Woods read, "He's waiting until now to fulfill that simple promise casually uttered during the debates. You'd be in jail, hashtag Clinton Foundation." For those who need a refresher, you can listen to this, his remark on the clip below. I remember this.
After getting the subpoena, you delete 33,000 emails, and then you acid wash them, or bleach them, as you would say, a very expensive process. So we're going to get a special prosecutor, and we're going to look into it, because you know what? People have been, their lives have been destroyed for doing 1/5 of what you've done, and it's a disgrace. And honestly, you ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Secretary Clinton, I want to follow up on that. I'm going to let you talk about email, because everything he just said is absolutely false, but I'm not surprised. In the first debate, and the audience needs to calm down here, that it would be impossible to be fact-checking Donald all the time. I'd never get to talk about anything I want to do and how we're going to really make lives better for people. So, once again, go to HillaryClinton.com. We have literally Trump. You can fact check him in real time. Last time at the first debate, we had millions of people fact checking. So I expect we'll have millions more fact checking because, you know, it's just awfully good that someone with the temperament of Donald Trump is not in charge of the law in our country.
Because you'd be in jail.
Secretary Clinton.
Right? Wow, that was a great comeback. Do you guys remember that, right? Truth be told, Donald Trump is 100% right. There is absolutely no excuse for Hillary Clinton to have gotten away scot-free on this merely because a corrupt and biased FBI agent changed the wording or their findings to ensure it didn't match the wording describing a violation of a legal statute, you see. In the end, Hillary knows she's in the wrong, and the only reason she's frustrated is that she got caught. Of course, losing the presidency and her ability to ensure her crime stayed buried probably hurts a bit too, but that whiner just needs to get over it. She better buckle up. Things are going to get a little bumpy for her now that Trump is on the case. See, another thing that just popped into my mind at this point is, remember after the election when Trump won and Trump said that he wasn't going to go after her, like, because, you know, they're a nice family or something, he said to that, in that area, he said he wasn't going to go after her. Okay. What I just popped into my head, why is Trump going after her now full force? Why? Because of that fake dossier. If she had walked away after losing the election and not caused a problem, he would have let her slide. I have a funny feeling he would have let her slide because that's what it looked like. But then she went head on to get that dossier, and McCain got the dossier and handed it to Comey and made sure all this was taking place. So that's why Trump said, you didn't walk away and say, okay, let's just drop it at that, leave it at that. Okay, now she's going to get it because Trump says don't cross him. If you think Hillary says don't cross her, well, Trump is the same way, and he's honest about it. She knows she's crooked, and yet she persisted, which Trump did say, that she's persistent. That's one good quality I could say about her. But she's persistent in the wrong situation here. And now all of this is going to hit her, and it's hitting her real hard, believe me. Had she left well enough alone, I don't think Trump would have went after her like that. He was going to let her go. But she went after him. She was after blood, actually, when she made that dossier. She didn't, you know, if it was any other person, they wouldn't be able to sleep at night. but yet God gave Trump the power to overcome this, and he will. She better ship herself out, fly herself to another country, to Qatar, where she shipped all her money to. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.